Could this be the next motorhome we buy? And if it is, why would we choose this one? Right, so here we are on a SUNLIVING motorhome. I like it. This is so much better thought out than some of the other ones. Look at this though. 3 rings, can't go wrong with that. Decent sink that's square. And it's so nice and open. I mean, I know, you know, by the prices that some of these SUNLIVING ones are a bit cheaper, but it just works. The table's a bit wobbly, but it's nice and open. You've got somewhere nice to sit. I quite like this. I think this is all right. Lots of good storage. When I look at some of the other motorhomes, I'm just, you know, particularly the kitchen area, this is great. Look, you'd have the 3 saucepans. You've got a good Dometic fridge, nice oven, and it's all nicely positioned. And you've got somewhere to put your pans and somewhere to chop up. Is there an extension? No extension, but that's no big shakes. Good drawer. Lots of good storage here. I like it. I think that's really good. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? This is nothing like our existing van, which you can see on screen now, and I've always said there's not much that we would change. We're really happy with that van. But this is completely different. This is a motorhome, not a camper van like we have at the moment. So there must be something else going on here. There must be something in my mind that's making me think, oh, that's good. I think we'd really like that. And I think that's the thing. I think what walking around this motorhome has done, it's highlighted some of the things that I might like to change or have a bit different on our existing van. So for example, I was really smitten with the kitchen area there that you can see. I was really taken by the amount of storage. And I think the garage was a bit of a winner because of the fact that you could store your bikes inside. The bathroom too was a bit bigger than what we have on our existing van, but that's not to be unexpected with a motorhome this size. Also, the bed. Well, you've got 2 really decent sized single beds, and in addition you can have the foam joined together in the middle of the bed, which creates one really large bed. The other thing that stood out for me is how light and airy this motorhome is. Having spent the day looking around motorhomes and camper vans at Brownhills, this was the only van that stood out for me, and it was probably one of the cheaper vans as well. And in reality, £68,000 is not a small amount of money, but it was one of the cheaper vans on the site. Right then, let's have a look at some of the things that really stood out for me. You'll have probably guessed already, but I really like the layout of the kitchen. These 3 hobs together with the controls on the left and the sink on the right, a really good sized sink as well, which I've seen with a kind of laminated, or not laminated, but plastic insert, which gives you more workspace as well. And of course, when the lid's down on the cooker, you've got more workspace there. In addition, the cooker just seems in the perfect place, just below the sink with a saucepan drawer above, and then to the left is the fridge, everything within arm's reach to be able to do the cooking. So we have to talk about storage in this van. So towards the bottom, the feet end of the bed, you can see there's a couple of really decent sized cupboards that probably could have a hanging rail in them, but otherwise you could put plenty of things in these cupboards. As you enter the van through the habitation door, there's a really nice sized cupboard to the right hand side, perfect for hanging your coats in and that kind of thing, with a shelf above as well. But where this vehicle really excels is the size of the garage on the back of the vehicle. It's absolutely huge for the size of the van. And there's also some storage slots and cupboards as well, and that's where your gas bottles are stored, 2 of. Yes, this motorhome is at the cheaper end of the spectrum, so really, is it a starter motorhome? Probably not. You can get a cheaper one that's second hand, but what this is simplicity and affordability for what you get, well executed. Unfortunately, there's one thing for me that I just can't get out of my mind. Before coming to look round Brownhills, I was doing some work at home and I was using some blue electrical tape. And unfortunately for me, every time I look at this van, I see the blue electrical tape down the side of the van. That, however, is a very small point, and it's my problem, not SUNLIVING's problem. So for 2 people or even a small young family, this is a brilliant motorhome. So for us, if I were going to go out and buy a motorhome today, I would buy this motorhome. However, I think we'll stick with our van because we just love it. But what it has done is highlight some of the things we might want to look for when we start looking for the next van. That could be soon.